Hello everyone, Jayborino here. Welcome back, playing another Maporino 2018 submission. This is Warp Blades, submitted by iquare. iquare has made several StarCraft 1 campaigns for me to play in the past, as well as submitting to Mapcraft last year. Alright, a few years after the fall of the Daylom, those still loyal to the hierarchy founded a small colony on a distant world of Zerador. The Nerazim found this shadowed world to be strikingly similar to their lost world of Shakuras, therefore it was sometimes called the New Shakuras among the Protoss. They came from nowhere, eternal foes of the Firstborn. The colony was caught off guard by a sudden invasion of the Zerg, on year 53 since the reclamation of Aiur. With the communications array apparently damaged by the Zerg, the Protoss realize they are left on their own against the ravaging beasts. Okay, so I think this is part of iquare's in-progress campaign, so I think this may be part of the same plotline that he generated with his submission last year. Nerazim technology focuses on the use of specialist units, loyalists focus on a multi-purpose army, while the assembly prefer old, reliable technologies such as carriers and dragoons. Alright, so the Protoss have splintered yet again after the reclamation of Aiur, several decades, 5 decades actually, and they're Zerg again. Meanwhile, Danamoth, flagship of the assembly. You should not concern yourself about the Keepers, Kaldar. They allied themselves with Artanis, therefore they cannot be trusted. I know Kisrath better than anyone. We have served together for centuries. He was adjudicator, like myself. One who once called himself adjudicator shall never bow to Artanis and his twisted ways. We shall meet with Keepers and your disbelief. Chancellor, we're receiving a distress call. From where? Its source is the Protoss colony of Zerador. The signal is very faint, but we can establish a visual contact. Wow. This is Matriarch Vorazun. The Zerg have... Transfer all energy to the communications array. Our warp link with Aiur has been destroyed by Zerg beasts. We've been unable to reach any Protoss. How did the Zerg manage to invade Zerador? It's far enough from the feral Zerg worlds. Too late. They're here. My goodness. What? Wow. The signal has been lost. We are the only Protoss vessel to have received the signal. That can mean but one thing. We must head for Zerador at once. Why would they accept our aid? You know the hierarchy views how the hierarchy views the assembly. It is not their choice, Kaldar. It is ours. Lost brethren they might be, but they are still Firstborn. Fleet of the Assembly, this is Chancellor Telgren. Prepare for dimensional recall. Holy shit. Zerador, region of Zerkul. Hold your ground. The Zerg shall not prevail this day. Antaro Tassadar, your assistance is much appreciated, warrior. As I can see, you came down from the ship. Still, I do not recognize your weapons and colors. Look, brethren, those Templar. They have nerve cords. I haven't seen a Protoss warrior like that since the Kala's end. Nerve cords? Of course, I should have recognized you the moment you warped down. You're from the Assembly. Indeed, Dark One. We've intercepted distress calls from your matriarch, but it seems no one else responded to it. The matriarch is gone. She has fallen in battle with the Zerg. The swarm has appeared 2 days ago. Adun, save us. That was a massacre. Within hours, the abominations have seized the capital and laid waste to our outposts. Lead us to your commander. There's no one left. Our praetor perished protecting our capital. Zeralak has taken command of the surviving warriors, but he is no warrior himself. He is amassing forces in an outpost near the capital, but it has been a few days now, and they still have accomplished nothing. We shall join Zeralak, then. Let us waste no time. Chancellor Talgrin will arrive soon. Wow. I love the implications you can make. Betrayer, your very presence threatens this world. I love the lore implications you can make. You can just sort of form a story in your own head without it explicitly spelling it out for you. Zeralak should not concern you, Chancellor. He may harbor hatred towards you and your brethren, but in this hour of peril, he is willing to work with outsiders. Is this your base of operations? It is. Though we cannot warp forces in from Ire, we can request reinforcements from other parts of Zerador. The powers of our warriors and your ships in orbit are available for your examination. My god. The absolute madman, he's done it! Lancer? Oh my god, so Loyalists Assembly, Nerazim. So, I remember... Okay, so Strength and Unity. So the more Zealots you have, the more shield armor they get. Zealot deactivates Sonic Blades and arms, Phase Cannon, long-range weapons. Zealot can reignite Sonic Blades if necessary. Zealot cannot charge with Phase Cannon armed. He even added little visual indicators for them each. I want to see if they change into the ranged ones on the little video. No, okay. But still. Alright, that's the built-in one. That's the built-in one. But then he made special ones. It doesn't refresh when you... Oh, no, it does. Hang on, I want to see if they use the ranged weapon. We have the whole thing here going on. We have the entire tech tree. This is insane. Okay, so I'm going to go with Centurions because the stun is just insanely good. Okay, so we have ranged warriors, Dragoon or Stalker. With the different colors as well. What is a Vindicator? Adepts. Restore shields by dealing damage. Effective against units with shields. Expensive. Let's go with a Dragoon. High Templar. Oh my goodness. It's going to be challenging for me to go through all of these, and I don't really want to go through every single one. We get veterans here. What's the difference? Okay, so these have hallucination. This is more like StarCraft 1 High Templar. So the Assembly is basically like Judicator Splinter Group that never separated themselves from the Khala because they refused to. Loyalists are Dalam, and then the Nerazim, which I guess are just the Nerazim. Wow. Just wow. I'm going to go with High Templar, just normal High Templar. They can still merge into Archons, right? Okay. Cloaked Warriors. Recalls to Dark Shrine on death. Permanently cloaked, can phase shift and become undetectable to detectors, can plant plasma charges to destroy structures. Shadow Fury's too good. We're going to go with that. Fuck Reavers. Obviously, we're not even going to look at those. Trilobites. Harvest minerals much more efficiently than probes. Can build mining drones to increase the mining efficiency. Unable to attack. Oh my god, they're all Reavers. I hate this choice. These are like OG Reavers. So it's showing like, oh no, all your Reavers or all your probes were killed. So instead we're going to build these... We're going to build these things instead. Wow, that's fascinating. Build numerous Stinger drones that deal damage to single targets. Fire all Stingers simultaneously. And they're cloaked. Holy shit, this is fascinating. I'm going to go with the Trilobite. Sentries. They recharge shields. They can drop... Splash attack, slow down enemy movement, and attack speed. Does not deal damage. My god. I want to go through all of these, but I realize, like, maybe you all want to see it too. Y'all need to play this if you want to see them all, but I'm going to have to just sort of blast through these pretty quick. Wow, Graviton Beam. You can lift units up with these. Okay, we're going to go with that one because that seems fantastic. Stasis Orb is also good, though. Yeah, actually, no, I'm going to go with the assembly version here. Immortals. Hardened Shields is just, like, so much better than Barrier, in my opinion. Versus Shadow Cannon. I'm going to go with Hardened Shields here with the Defiant. Phoenix Scout Corsair. Overloads the engine, and they do extra damage. Deals bonus damage to light.
The time to strike is now.
More expensive, of course, because they're scouts. Disruption Web is insanely good, though. But I usually don't use it on single-player maps, so I'll grab scouts.
The time to strike is now.
Frigates. Reduces shield damage from ground attacks by 50%. Deals splash damage. Those are cool looking. Classic carriers. Oh, you can build escorts. So they don't heal, but they have these little escort drones that protect them. Let's see if they get launched out of the carrier also. I'm not going to make Tempests. The Tempests are lame. I'm going to go either carriers or actually these frigates, because they seem pretty neat instead. Mothership. Arbiter. Star Relic. Drain energy of nearby enemies. Increases the armor of friendly units. Place a beacon down to be recalled later. My god. Battlefield Dominance. Oh, this is like the OG Mothership. With the Planet Cracker. I think we gotta go with that. I love how there are videos. He made videos for each of. This is insane. Support structure. Obelisk. Increases mining efficiency of probes. Turns, and then you can pylon overcharge also. Probably shield battery, honestly. Or dark pylons which restore energy. Wow, this is cool. Fleet powers. We have 16 points. How do we apply these? Oh, I see. So you just click. Ah, wow. This looks lovely. This is so good. Wow, this is crazy. 8 Hornets. Deploy repair drones. Deploy Warbringer. I refuse. I refuse. I'm going to get the repair drones. That sounds great. Gives a buff to friendly structures. Warp in reinforcements. Project power field probably would be best. Target friendly units. Gain cloak. Nah. Nah. Empower sonic shields to friendly units for 18 seconds. Units can't lose more than 1 shield while taking damage as long... Whoa, wow. That's insanely good. Oh, I don't have enough points in general for that. Focused beam. Wow. Let's ditch this and grab Starfall. Can I? Starfall seems the best. So I'm going to pick that. We can't get the repair drones, though. Wow, you're actually making this a hard choice for me, iquare. All right, focused beam instead. Repair drones. Project power field. Though the essence flare also it like makes your units practically invulnerable. I can't linger on this too long. This is what we're going with. Let's start. I've waited too long to actually get started here. Let's actually play. Good God, the Zerg have seized most of the Protoss settlements. One of the Zerg broods has occupied its capital. Destroying all of its production will yield victory to the Protoss. Wow. Just wow. Okay, we got Spear of Adun. Here are our High Templar. We got our Centurions. Just wow. Okay, well, very first thing I'm going to do, and this might be a mistake, is to take this expansion. It really just depends on how challenging iquare has made this map. I might get smoked really early. It's kind of hard to say. So let's go ahead and quick save. Hotkey our Nexi. What do we got up here? Our Stasis Orb guy. Stasis Flow does no damage, but it debuffs enemies. That's right. Let's put an observer up here and see if that gives us vision of what we need to see. Start +1. Okay, so the repair drones, obviously what we need. Cloaking fields seems cool. Focused beam seems like a, you know, blast the shit out of everything. We have allies. And our goal is to retake the capital. Should we bother destroying the Zerg? Did it say? Destroying all its production will yield victory to the Protoss. So I think what it's saying is, here are multiple ways for you to win, should you accept it. All right, let's get up here. I'm going to come up here and set up another cannon with a shield battery. Oh, so it's both. You have to destroy the Zerg and investigate the Zerg infestation. Your primary task is to retake it by destroying all Zerg hive clusters. You probably want to do that first. I still fail to understand how feral Zerg managed to reach this planet. Feral Zerg are incapable of space travel, except when being influenced by psionics from a powerful source. Okay, throw this down. I can assure you, Betrayer, that we would have noticed such a source.
You have not enough minerals.
It appears that the Zerg are already here. One of our patrols found them in deep caves. Shortly thereafter, the beasts came upon us.
You have not enough minerals.
So they were already here. But the Zerg had to arrive here somehow. It's not possible unless... Let us not make rash assumptions, Talgren. We should focus our efforts on the eradication of these abominations. I also like the idea that they have to work together, even though they kind of hate each other. It seems the locals know more about this infestation than we do. Praetor, we must look into this matter ourselves. Okay, we need to get units up here. This seems to be our main jam. Roaches have a very high rate of regen even in the unburrowed state, but they're weaker than roaches of the old swarm and can attack only in melee range. Weird. Okay, I gotta get more gateways. We gotta just get a base army out here soon. Well, can't really afford anything right now, so we'll wait. Okay. Our allies are attacking down there. We probably want to attack and support them. We probably want to attack and support our allies. I don't think I can really afford to just leave everything here, so let's split up. Come on. There's the shade. So we want to get those things that improve our mining efficiency, right? That's gonna be a nice little thing. This is again, the customizability really gives this mission personality, and that's what I've talked about in the past with like single player scenarios and stuff. It's like, what do you have in it that really adds the oomph? And this definitely has some oomph with the fact that there's so much customizability. If you were just thrown into this with a base Protoss tech, it would be vastly different than what we're experiencing right now. But we had so much interesting choices at the beginning that it's fascinating. So we're getting attacked by Brown, so I'm thinking we're probably going to want to go and attack Brown. Feedback and Implosion. So Implosion's kind of like Mind Blast, it looks like. Okay, we need pylons. Unfortunately, our allies chose the low ground to sit in. So, like, just do this. You can't move it, but that's fine. I don't need to move it. Okay, pylons, please. We got pylons coming, actually. There's our roach. So you gotta power through the roaches quickly. It looks like we're safe from this angle, so we want to go for Brown first. I don't know what this is. No, here they come from the other side also. Alright, we have to start making units, like, as soon as possible. I would like to get some Dark Templar out, because it looks like the enemy is not really coming with Overlords. Those are Ravagers. Slay them before they unleash their hail of corrosive bile upon you. Kellern told me about a Ravager lair in one of the outlying Zerg hive clusters. If we find it and strike it down, the Zerg shall be unable to spawn any more of those beasts. Okay, that's far to the left. Okay, again, let's just focus on being fully saturated, set up some extra cannons. Go crazy with the cannons. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more anti-air defense. Specifically down here. Accelerated warp decreases the time. Oh, wow, cool. Okay. Now we gotta get up here, cancel all this. Units killed by corruptors become corrupted units. Corrupted units are hostile and mobile turrets that can attack both ground and air turrets. Wow, that's interesting. So iquare's just made like huge amounts of changes in general. I would like to just I would like to get this area set up properly, please. I need a Dark Shrine. And then I need more warp gates. I think I'm a little behind. I'm going to grab the unit warp time. That's really neat. Okay, Nerazim actually moving out and helping us. They took an expansion. They're like expanding on their own time. I like the fact that we actually have allies that are doing things. That's actually really nice. All right, let's actually hold on to this. There's a base up there, so we probably want to push up with them eventually, but for right now, I think I need to focus on getting defenses set up around my own base. Shadow Fury's already researched. Dark Templar are going to be really, really useful here, again, because of that Shadow Fury. It's extremely good. Okay, so we want to take this. They're uncovering it for us. Looks like there's some pallets down there. Now here comes green. Ow! Okay, so I'm just going to set up more and more defense here. Let them stream in. Wow, this is frantic. I like it a lot. Okay, so we're going to open these up. I think we need to push for that expansion sooner rather than later. We're finally going to have some more production here. So as soon as possible, I want to come up and take this base, and then we can set up our defense up in that direction. But I think, unfortunately for right now, we kind of have to stay put. So let's grab one Stargate and see what we can create out of there. Yeah, that seems pretty well defended. And this observer seems to be in a good spot. We might be able to semi-cheese through this map almost exclusively with Dark Templar. If they don't have vision, then we'll be able to do pretty much anything we want or need. I get the feeling that iquare specifically made this mission so that it's fairly easy to incorporate every part of all the enemies. So, like, and allies. So, like, we can see every little piece that he wants to include. Because, like, we have access to everything on this map. Like, a lot. Okay, so I just warped in a High Templar. And did I move him? I did. You need to get back here, because we got these Mutalisks coming in. Okay, and then as long as we keep one High Templar down here, I'm pretty confident we'll be safe, but these air attacks are pretty consistent, so we just need to set up a lot of cannons, unfortunately. Okay, that should keep us pretty safe, and we'll leave a High Templar here also, and then meanwhile up here, we'll keep getting Stalkers. This is done. We can make Void Rays, but I'll avoid those. I'd like to get a Mothership out, really, but it's going to be really expensive, and it's going to take a long time to do. Here, Scout, why don't you stay down here? I like how our allies are, like, moving out and building stuff. Like, they're doing stuff. That's pretty great. What do we realistically need? Let's just make more Dragoons. Do we have +3 attack? +2, +3 is almost done. Let's grab ground armor. We should be pretty well defended against ground attacks, and as long as we have one High Templar to storm, and we've also got... We've got stuff. We've got this stuff. Cloaking Field, Focused Beam. I have to use this stuff. So we want to move up and take this as soon as possible. I'd like to destroy Brown. Okay, so I really don't know which direction the enemy is coming from. There's a probe in here. Infestor. Infestors have access to the Dark Swarm ability. Oh, God. Okay, like I said, I think allowing the player to have lurkers, elusive beasts, are striking our brethren from below. Great. Okay, so we need detectors. Indeed they are. Only a coward would avoid the glory of combat and slay one's foes from behind. So now we have to wait for... Why am I surprised to hear such words of from a Dark Templar? Got him. One more vile word about my people, and I swear, your strife shall be your doom. We have already been through a vicious fight. Let us not start another. Give me the fleet beacon. The Dark Templar is right, Praetor. We met lurkers, so we should look for the den of those beasts. So it's all on the left side. We're stocking up pretty heavily on resources, so let's just go ahead and set up some extra defense. I don't want to destroy this and give them a shortcut into my base. Brown is here. I think we're going to need detection, so let's get a robo facility. Before we can really do anything, we're going to need to make sure we get a detector out. Fleet beacon's on its way because I want to get a few of these frigates or a mothership. 1,000. It's 1,000. Okay, well, that wasn't smart of you, buddy. But who am I to judge? Okay, Probe Man. It's Probe Man. There's probably a creep tumor here we're going to need to destroy, so we have to wait for this. Should I wait for a mothership? Let's get a frigate. Let's get a frigate. Our bases are already pretty much mined out, so we won't need more probes. We just need to get this set up. Okay. I feel pretty well defended, and our allies are doing stuff. We can also come down here and take this base. So let's destroy Brown first, just to get them off of our butt, and there'll be multiple bases we can take. I think we'll be able to do this in a reasonable time frame. Banelings are getting killed by Shadow Fury, so I'm not too concerned, and we can fall back to our shield batteries also. Frigate on the way. Scout range. Decreases the construction time of Stargate units is great. Nice. Okay, let's get an observer. Oh, they're dropping on us, it looks like. All right, let's get the... Oh, I already have an observer, but we probably want to keep that one alive. Let's grab another frigate. Okay, slowly but surely. Okay, what's the range on this? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, let's get in there and see what we can do. Stay back here. We gotta get... Let's put this observer on hold position here. Inch it forward. We gotta be able to see if there are lurkers. And see, they don't have any more detection, so our Dark Templar can just get in there and start wiping out the static defense. Okay, let's throw this down and then just grab more zealots. I'm going to blast the crap out of this base right here. Very satisfying. All right, move on in. And I think... Do we have another frigate? We do. I like these frigates quite a bit. There are a lot of larvae at these bases, so you're kind of struggling to stop them from reinforcing, but it is what it is. As long as we get rid of the hatcheries, they won't be able to make more units, that's all. Oh, this is cool. Does this only last? Oh, it lasts 60 seconds. It's not permanent. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Stay back, buddy. Oh, they sent me a Corsair. Thanks, friends. Oh, I never destroyed... there's a creep tumor back here. Move up with one of the observers just in case there's a lurker. Okay, this is going to take the pressure off of us significantly, and I still want to set this base up, which means we need to kill all the creep tumors. We destroyed an important hive cluster. Your warriors fought well, Chancellor. We're mending the bridges. The Protoss can fight together once again. Alright, go get it. Go get it, boys. Alright. So this eventually will be ours as well. Looks like it's all walled off, so I'm going to come down here. Now I can destroy this. That takes all the pressure off of our other areas. Get some more Dark Templar, because we've shown them to be extremely good. Let's just attack this, get rid of this. I'd love to get that mothership, but we're going to be mined out here very soon. We are pretty much mined out, so let's make sure we retain minerals to build a new base. I did go a little overboard, I think. I still am not clear on what this is. Let's look real quick. This might be the cave where random Zerg tend to come from. Next is definitely going to be green. Support the Tempest. Ultralisks. Many of these giants unleash devastation upon our capital. Even our arc shuttles have been destroyed. Oh, okay, there's a lurker there. Don't lose stuff to it, please. Arc shuttles? A few weeks ago, many arc shuttles were requested from Ire. I do not know what cargo they brought or why they never returned back to Ire, but the Zerg tore them apart furiously. Okay, let's wait and clear this out. I need to get these other bases set up to transfer probes. Okay, one there and then one up here. Chancellor, we've detected a large group of aerial Zerg gathering in the capital. A lot is happening constantly on this map. Okay. Nice. I'm so sorry, Tempest. Oh, what the hell? Oh, were there two stacked up on each other, maybe? Oh, no, because it was corrupted. It was hit by that corruptor fire. Okay, so let's just hang out back here and ensure that these bases aren't going to get smoked. I need these bases, and we can't afford to lose them. So let's just wait. Let's just wait. We can continue getting upgrades at least. So all of you... This is risky, but I'll long-distance mine. Oh, no! Oh, no! What a god. Okay, come up here and start long-distance mining. Okay, so green needs to be wiped out next. Let's leave this observer here. Do I have another observer? I thought I did. These air attacks are becoming annoying, but once we wipe out green, they'll stop. Okay, we got an observer here. We have an observer here. Oh, there's a watchtower there. That's interesting. Okay, excellent. So let's go ahead and set these up. Uh-oh. Don't carelessly lose this. I really like these frigates. And the enemy does react. They send overseers. That's not typical. It's not super typical of them to do. Okay, another base that's open, that's cracked wide open for us. Our allies doing good work. I think we just need to take the pressure off of them by destroying green. Okay, and then you guys get on up here. Harvest. Harvest. Speed up research here. I feel like I've been playing a lot longer than I actually have. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, now we've got the income. We're very close to a mothership. We have to get it. There's no option. We like 100% need it. Okay, now we're just gonna sit and wait for resources. I'm also gonna grab a spare probe. Let's just grab these probes. We'll come down here and get this base set up. I'm gonna grab one more observer just in case, because it seems like we're gonna be pretty dependent on those. Mothership is on the way. Speed it up, boys. We can also grab orbital anchor. Actually, no. We probably want Kadair and Core instead. Harvesting full there. This needs...
Our foe strikes.
Okay, so let's grab this. Don't lose these to corruptors, because then they end up becoming enemies, as we've learned. Okay, so I think let's just grab some zealots. You definitely use more warp gates. Thank you for the void ray, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's grab one probe.
Assimilation successful.
I don't know what that was. I just heard assimilation successful. Basically, we're going to wipe out this green base, and then we'll focus on the these other things, so to destroy the Ravager Warren and the Lurker Den. They were talking about Ultralisks also, so I thought maybe there might be an objective to take those, but I guess not. There could also be stuff over to the right a little bit further. So first things first, grab some extra gateways and some pylons, and then just scout over here. And I think we just need more basic dragoons. Our mothership is out, so let's hotkey that. Planet Cracker. We just need to get it in range of the enemy base. Oh, I'm so excited if we can make this work. All right, and then probably more frigates when we can afford them in terms of gas. Okay, another frigate, and then just zealots. And I've got 2 more gateways coming up. Our allies doing good work. They've cleared out part of the capital right up here. They're moving out. They're doing great, I think.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, we've got 2 observers here. Let's get these saturated. We need gas more than minerals at this point for sure.
Upgrade.
This is extremely interesting. I'm really enjoying this. All right. So let's just keep getting upgrades here. We know that there's a lot of anti-air in this base, so it is tempting to get some scouts. But we just don't have enough gas. Taking this base would be nice because of the rich mineral fields. We found pickups here. And I can see rocks on top of this area. What is this? There are small communities of other Protoss factions here on New Shakuras. Many of them have no love for the hierarchy or the assembly, but in the light of the Zerg invasion, they should cooperate with us. Oh, cool. After the fall of the Daylon, the Protoss split into many factions. Some of the minor factions have small enclaves and hideouts on New Shakuras. You can request their units at costs of resources. Community acts as a Terran Merc compound. Upgrades do not apply to these units. Nur Khazal, Chancellor, during my reconnaissance flight, I spotted a small enclave of other Protoss factions on the other side of the valley. Let's go. Let's go. They don't warp in, but that's not a big deal to me. So these are just like better. That's so cool. It's got everything. It's got everything. It's a little overwhelming to get started, but not that much. It's just it's a good old macro map. Okay, +3 there. And I think maybe up here we just throw down some more gateways so we can start getting units a little bit faster. Like, you have to be proactive, though, taking other bases. You have to. And we're pretty much maxed, so I think now we make a go for this green base. And now that we're maxed, I think we'll also be able to just bomb through this map just a lot faster. Now, hopefully we don't get flanked. Is this a community here? Might be. We get hit by one of these airborne attacks. How do we get up here? Ramp down here. I wanted to make sure we didn't get hit by these airborne attacks. I didn't want my expansion to get hit. So let's go down and around. We can't recall, can we? Time bomb.
Our pylon is under attack.
Okay, this is fine. Alrighty. Into the green base. Kind of a weird place to ramp, but if that's the only thing I can really say about this map, then obviously it's flipping great. Let's put on a big storm right here. Our melee units will get hit, but I think that was worth it. Alright, mothership. It's your time is here. I wonder if this does friendly fire. Go, 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 go! Boom. It's working. It's working. We can cloak it too. Did it? I think it worked. I think it did it. I think it just did it. So we can move forward and blast another area. Oh, it's fantastic. We're losing stuff with each of these attacks. It's mostly melee units. I don't mind. And we also want to make sure we call in these mercenaries. Our brethren have brought down a Zerg nesting area on the cliffs. Flying beasts shall trouble us no more.
Upgrade complete.
Defense systems failing.
You call me betrayer, yet my warriors spill blood for you on your planet. I mean, you did kind of betray us, though. You didn't have to split off like you did. We may share a common goal now, but you and your mad fanatics shall always be betrayers. I really can't argue with that. He's kind of right. I'm going to come over and grab this, and then we'll destroy the lurker den, and then we'll go for the... okay, there's a pretty big attack. We can blast this with focused beam. Oh, it stops time. I forgot in...
Upgrade complete.
Come on. Yeah, I forgot in single player it freezes like that. So we still want to set up more defenses. So we want to take this middle area and hold it. But our next stop with our army is going to be over to the right. And maybe we get a few Defiants. We can get Colossus also, but nah. I refuse to build Trilobites. Those ruins are neither Protoss, Terran, or Xel'Naga origin. What is it? Oh, this. They are Tegal. 200 years ago, this planet was claimed by Tegal clans, but after long conflicts against other races, the Tegal abandoned this inhospitable place. / world. It's a little... I think that's a little shout-out to something from the old... I think it was like a Phoenix line where he talks about that in the original game. Okay, there's a base down here also. Chancellor, we have found a hideout of the Red Reavers. You should talk to them. First off, Ner Khazol is a small Nerazim faction. They believe the union with the Protoss of Ire will eventually lead to the abandonment and downfall of Nerazim traditions. Despite their distrust of the Templar, they accept them as temporary allies when the need arises. And then down here we got the Red Reavers, are a relatively small faction led by a few surviving members of the Praetor Guard. Comprised primarily of members of the Ara tribe, Red Reavers dedicate themselves to complete extermination of the Zerg by any means necessary. Small fleet spend most of its time searching and hunting for Zerg. Red Reaver Dragoons, who shot down a Viper. I've not seen a Zerg beast of this kind for years. This is fascinating. We have 1 billion resources, so obviously we're not really in trouble. I hate to do this, but... Last time Vipers were spotted was on Jakron 5 by the Red Reaver Extermination Fleet. They've never been encountered in this region of space. These Zerg journeyed far to reach Zerador, it seems. Yeah, it's suspicious, like, what's happening here. We don't really understand why the Zerg are here. So there's intrigue going on also, where we're wondering, like, what is going on here? There's a bunch of bases for us to take, and I don't want to get too cocky, because I've played iquare maps before where I thought the mission was over, and then there was, like, a bunch of stuff to still do. So that may very well be the case. So let's creep with cannons, and then we're going to come up here and get rid of the lurkers so that we don't have to worry too much about observers following us around. And as we lose supply, I'd like to warp in more of these Protoss mercenaries. Did we come the wrong way? Okay, we can come through. We can squeeze through here. Oh, this is the Ravager Warren. Who cares about this? What else do we have? Oh, repair drones. Let's drop these in. Well done. Without Ravagers, defenses of the Zerg shall crumble soon. Nice. Onwards, our allies are still pushing forward, too. Nice job, guys. I mean, other than the early time-wise for this mission feels good for a pretty big macro map. It feels like we're almost done, like another 15 minutes. So in-game, an hour is like 45 minutes real-time, and then... Also, like, there was a long learning process where we were trying to, like, understand, like, what the heck is going on here with all the units and stuff. We can clear out these high ground areas also, because we've got really powerful air units. We called in those repair drones. Those were nice. Uh-oh. Sorry, buddy. He's trapped. I'm gonna blast this. Whoa! Don't drag me, bro. I don't think we're going to be able to wipe this base out, nor do I think we're supposed to from here. Well, I really don't know. Let's auto-attack with my other units. Get on top of their production. Our warriors are pushing into the capital. If fortune should favor us, the Zerg will fall today. And then when we have enough, we can call in repair drones to save the mothership. Fortune wins no battle, signifier. Only tactics and strategy do. Yeah, you tell them. Okay, get in here. We're going to blast these buildings again. I love the OG mothership. It doesn't feel super, like, overpowered or anything either. It feels just right. It also hasn't taken any hull damage, and I've been neglecting my upgrades. This map starts pretty tricky, too. You can't just sit back and do nothing. You legitimately have to build stuff. Let's get some of these red reavers. Huh. I think they're just better. I think they're just straight up better. That's it. Wow. Again, it's got everything. You got the mercenaries, you got the choice of your factions, completely different units. Very cool. And also just a mystery. Like a mystery where, like, I want to understand what's going on here. Like, clearly something is happening, but we don't know what. And I like that. I like that, like, we're questioning what's going on, but we also understand. We understand that, that, like, something's going on, but it's not to the point where, like, it makes zero sense. Like, we have a basic understanding. I don't know. I'm hooked. It's great. This is great. Yeah, get him, Shade. Nice. Okay. Down into the red base. I should probably go destroy the lurker den first, but we're right here about to finish the mission. Uh-oh. Look out. Run, friend, run! But the fact that the Protoss have split again, I guess, is sort of unsurprising. And also this idea, it was kind of explored in Rise of the... it was in the Reaver Menace, which is a campaign that iquare made for StarCraft 1, 1.16. That was like a heavily modified campaign in 1.16 that was really fun. Where he kind of just talks about, he discusses, like, not all the Protoss are just going to be hunky-dory after Artanis insists that they cut off the Kala. Like, once Amon's gone, why do we have to still do this, you know? They might still, they might ask that. Now, let's get these guys out. So, like, if they're not forced to do it, you're going to have some splinter groups that are like, no, we're not going to cut our nerve cords. That's stupid. Okay, red is done. We've expunged vile beasts from our capital. Nice, let's quick save. I haven't saved for a while, and I should have. These frigates are cool. And they do splash damage. I feel like we tried a little bit of everything here. Lurker. Should this have ended? Or rather, I mean, if it hasn't ended, let's go and get the Lurker Den at least. Do I have an Observer in here? Because we have to keep that alive. Observer, you're going to get a fancy hotkey. Okay, just stay away from spore colonies, and then we can kill the Lurkers, no problem. There we go. An astounding accomplishment, Praetor. Our warriors are safe from lurking beasts below. Okay. We got the little signal. The Zerg came to New Shakuras under unclear circumstances. You have to investigate this. I don't think anyone made me aware that there was no victory condition here. So I'm not sure. Let's just grab these guys. Creep tumors to destroy, or what are we missing? I mean, they said there was. They spoke. They said, "Hey, it's over." Maybe we were supposed. Maybe we had to destroy the. Oh, maybe it's this. No. Maybe we had to destroy the. Well, I honestly don't know. Maybe all the creep tumors? That can't be it. Maybe just all the units also. But it, like they gave us, it was in the message log where it said that we expunged them, right? We've expunged the vile beasts from our capital. But it says investigate the capital, which we've obviously done. Maybe it's the Zelnaga Shrine. I get the sneaking suspicion that I was told at one point that I was supposed to do the bonus objectives before the final objective, otherwise it might not be completable. But I don't remember if iquare told me that or that was something else. Okay, hang on 1 second and I'll check. Okay, I can't quite seem to figure it out, nor did I really find anything in any messages from iquare, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna go up here, though, because this was revealed to me. The Zerg came from these caves. Whatever the source of the infestation may be, we shall find it in here. Yeah, because it says investigate the Zerg infestation. It's just the capital is marked there, but it doesn't have its own... It doesn't have its own marker or objective, rather. Only ground units can enter caves. Uh-oh. Wait, but there are swarm hosts. Do we have any sort of detection in here? What are you supposed to do? You can't see these things. We can cloak. I think this is just, you can't do anything about this damage. You just gotta bomb through this. And we could just do a power projection under here and just warp in a bunch of extra units. I don't know. Okay. Well, we're at the top of the map. Again, it was just the fact that the capital was marked here. The drones are consuming sacred Khaydarin crystals. Now it's clear how the Zerg have managed to produce such a large force in a barren underground. Very few worlds besides Ire are known to contain Khaydarin. I've never heard about Khaydarin crystals being discovered on Zerador. Oh, sorry, mercenaries. Sorry, mercenaries. You all need to wait. Correct. Yeah, we found them in these caves. That could mean only one thing. Someone has brought them here. Okay, well, we figured it out. The capital is ours, but we're not done yet. I'm detecting a large number of Zerg coming from the caves. Prepare yourselves. Get back here! Oh no. I'm not sure if there was meant to be dialogue. See, they're moving their hands like there should be, but there's no dialogue popping up. I'll let iquare know, but still. Oh, shit! Zerador Capital. 2 hours later. Our brethren are still fighting the Zerg in orbit and inside the caves. Why have you called me? Behold, it was a warp conduit that linked Zerador's psionic grid to Ire. Indeed, according to you, it was destroyed by the Zerg. We thought so, but look, it was cut in half by a clean single strike. No Zerg claw or tusk can do that. It was done by a warp blade. That's the name of the mission! That was... wow. Okay, the end cutscene was janky. Needed work. But it's hard to say that so flippantly when you look at it in the face of what has been accomplished in this single map. This map presented a lot of things, but none of it felt overwhelming or too much. I think the only part that felt a little overwhelming was at the very beginning when you're like, here are 12 different unit selection slots, and you get three for each, and in many cases, 2 of them are brand new units, or heavily modified from current existing ones. But extremely impressive and very fun to play also. It's sort of sandboxy in the sense that you have all this new stuff, but then you just got some Zerg bases you got to smash through. The story was well written and interesting. It was like legitimately interesting, and for what you can present in like a single map, even if there was no context in thinking like, okay, well, this is supposed to be part of a different campaign. It was written in a way that was presented well, where you can make the connections that there are these different Protoss factions, Nerazim, Dalam, essentially Dalam, hierarchy, whatever you want to call it, and then this new faction of Splinter Judicators. So I think the assembly. So I think that's it all kind of becomes clear. You can infer it yourself. The audience isn't treated like idiots, I suppose, in that way. Nor do I necessarily need to even explain it because, the audience is not idiots. But I just think that this was great. I had a great time playing it, and also the opening cinematic was great. The outro cinematic, again, needed some work, but it still got its point across with the battles happening, and I haven't really seen cutscenes like that really ever before. We saw some really cool stuff in Antioch 3 recently. That was very clean and polished. But as far as I know, iquare made this himself, and for this contest. He said he had some mod data that he was using, but the map was built from the ground up. So extremely good work, iquare, and just he's a very talented individual. He's made a lot of great stuff for original StarCraft also. So this is a blast to play. I'd recommend you try it out and try some of the other units also. Leave your feedback as usual below. We'll play some more Maporino tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.